Ladies and gentlemen, Your Highness, Your Excellencies, colleagues and friends, good morning. It's a great privilege to welcome you all in Dubai in the annual general meeting of the International Air Transport Association. Your presence really underscores the United Arab Emirates' deep commitment to the aviation industry, its development and sustainability, and to our shared responsibility to address the climate crisis. The air transport sector has a long history of fostering partnerships that drive change, connect people, and support economies and communities around the world. It's also one of the most challenging sectors to decarbonize. Aviation accounts for 2.5% of global CO2 emission, but has contributed around 4% of global warming to date. Having grown faster in recent decades, and rail and road or shipping, the primary contributor of combustion of fossil fuels and dependency our industry must overcome to ensure a sustainable future for all. I'm pleased that sustainability is one of our top agenda items today and will be focused on in my remarks. As climate concerns continue to intensify, finding sustainable solutions for air travel has become imperative. The entire industry urgently needs more support from governments and the private sector, particularly in funding and production of infrastructure to produce and deploy sustainable aviation fuels and other potential alternatives. But let me tell you about the UAE policies in the aviation sector. The UAE is at the forefront to shift forward to a low-carbon economic model, with aviation as a key component, diversifying away from oil and tackling climate change is among our top priorities of our leadership. And we're making tremendous efforts to accelerate transition to a low-carbon economy. The non-oil sector represents more than 74% of our GDP in 2023. Moreover, the UAE was one of the first countries to adopt sustainability agenda and consider the environmental impact of the aviation sector. We actively participated in all negotiations led by the International Civil Aviation Organization and endorsed all international decisions supporting sustainability. And the UAE has also among the first to commit to the carbon offsetting and reduction scheme for international aviation, CORSIA, and international air transport in 2016. Furthermore, we aim to decarbonize the aviation sector and position the UAE as a regional hub for low-carbon aviation fuel. This is why we have launched the National Sustainable Aviation Fuel Roadmap, setting an ambitious goal to produce up to 700 million litres of SAF annually by 2030. This initiative is expected to reduce up to 4.8 million tons of CO2 emissions. Additionally, our aviation sector has committed to achieve net zero carbon emission by 2050, in line with what the global industry has committed through IATA. This government commitment is supported by parallel efforts from the private sector, where our national companies invest heavily in research and development, enhance infrastructure, and develop international partnerships to support the production and use of sustainable fuel. We believe that nothing is impossible when willpower unites with innovative and creative minds supported by legislations and policies. In COP28 resolutions and agreements last year, the UAE hosted the UN Climate Change Conference, COP28, which was a pivotal event for setting ambition targets for reducing carbon emissions. The aviation industry was at the forefront of these discussions. Countries and stakeholders agreed to continue collaborating on developing and implementing innovative technologies and practice to make aviation more environmentally friendly. Such agreements align the aviation sector with global efforts, notably the Paris Agreement to limit the rise in average global temperature to 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels. SAFs were a major focus. Produced from renewable sources like bioenergy, synthetic fuels, or hydrogen, SAFs provide a clean alternative to traditional aviation fuels. SAF present the key advantage of internalizing greenhouse gas emission in production and process, making it a circular process rather than contributing to an accumulation of emission. The international community includes airlines and fuel suppliers committed to investing in SAF-related research, development, and implementation to significantly reduce CO2 emissions from air travel. IATA believes that SAFs could contribute more than 60% of the emission reduction needed in aviation by 2050. A drastic increase in SAF production infrastructure, however, is essential to meet these targets, and to do it, we need to employ all the aviation tools. COP28 also highlighted the need for technological advancements within the aviation sector. This includes developing more fuel-efficient aircraft and exploring alternative propulsion systems such as electric and hybrid electric engines, and of course, the use of hydrogen. Investing in research and development to make air travel more energy efficient is crucial to achieving our emission reduction targets. Moreover, COP28 underscored the importance of carbon offsetting and market-based measures. Airlines are encouraged to invest in projects that remove or reduce greenhouse gas emissions, both within and outside the aviation sector. Such an approach aims to compensate for unavoidable emissions generated by air travel until more sustainable technologies become widely adopted. International collaboration is essential to overcome the challenges we face. We have great confidence that cooperation under the ICAO's umbrella will make significant progress in finding innovation solutions to these challenges. The UAE hosted the ICAO Third Conference on Aviation and Alternative Fuels in Dubai last November, in which, alongside COP28, marked a pivotal milestone for the future of the aviation and travel industry. As one of the leading economies in travel and tourism in aviation, the UAE is committed to being a part of the solution to climate crisis and to decarbonize the industry. We believe that partnership and collaboration with the private sector are crucial in achieving our economic sustainability goals, and the UAE views the private sector as a key driver of growth, job creation, alongside the government's commitment to sustainability and inclusiveness. Our government remains dedicated to policies that foster investor confidence, including robust legal frameworks, financial incentives, and measures to protect intellectual property. By working together with international organizations, industry leaders, and the private sector, we can build a more sustainable and prosperous future for aviation. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the IATA annual meeting is an opportune moment to translate our global ambitions into realistic and implementable plans. I look forward to the productive discussions and innovative solutions that will emerge from this conference. Let's turn our ambitious goals into reality and pave the way for a sustainable future in aviation and for the whole planet. Thank you for your attention.